Alrighty then, time to pick up with my grand tour of my different settlements in Fallout 4. Actually, someone had asked me, can I, skip a couple and do my vault? People wanted to see what I did with my vault, Vault 88. Vault 88 is a DLC that you get that allows you to have all those other wonderful contraptions that you see in the other settlements. So, and I'll explain this as I get there, but I'm going to go straight to Vault 88 first. Hi, McCready. How you doing, little buddy? And this is where you come in. I'm not going to show you where it's at. You find it yourself. When you come into the vault, you literally, there's that wonderful vault door. I love it. Which you can indeed close from here, but then nobody gets in. So, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that literally nobody will be able to come down here because they won't come in through the back entrance. That's where the raiders come in. And yeah, there's a back entrance to Vault 88, in case you didn't know. When you get here, all this is already pre-built. Now, of course, I put turrets down here because you get attacked from here frequently. Got my little security lady sitting here. She's got her own Pip-Boy, her own vault outfit, and a little security desk to sit at because it's pretty. Shut up. Here's where you keep getting your Pip-Boys. They show up in here and in here. And in here you get all your vault suits and more Pip-Boys. So I don't know why they keep spawning. They just do. I cleaned out a lot of junk in here. This place is a real mess when you first get here. And again, like I said, all this is here. And you got a weird looking workshop here. This workshop is different than all the other ones in Fallout 4. This is the weird looking Vault Tech workshop. There's actually a total of, I think, 4 of these, maybe 5. You get down here. This is where you go in. Again, this is already here. And that's how you turn on the beacon so people know that you're here. Just so you know. Close the door. I have to keep that closed, otherwise people keep going in there. And as you go around, you come around to the other side of where we just came in. There's your security. I had to put up a new light because the other one didn't work. Got a couple of beds in here for the security girl that sits out there in case she wants to double date one night, and you got your little security terminal there, which actually has a story behind it. And I'm not going to tell you the full story, just some of it. You basically get here, and the vault was started, and you get to here. This is it. You get to the atrium and it stops. Nothing else beyond this point. Nothing else beyond this point exists.
It's great of the overseer to give us breaks like this, huh?
Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. And you meet this ghoul. She's been ghoulified, sitting down here for 200 years, waiting to someone to come down here and finish building her vault, which I did. Look how beautiful my vault is. Big, beautiful, high ceilings.
I'm so bored.
You got all kinds of... Oh, it's just beautiful. I tell you what, if that doesn't just give you cold chills, I don't know what will. And of course, all vaults have to have a cat. All settlements have to have a cat. You can put these posters up on the wall. They're neat. You turn them on and off. Also, part of the DLC that came with this. Now, I have this big, beautiful atrium area. And you'll notice one thing. First off, I have 2 general stores. This back door, people keep leaving the door open. Leave the door shut. Well, while I'm here, I might as well. But I'll get to it in a minute. That's probably why it was open, because he just came in. Yeah, that's why. I have multiple general stores, 2 general stores. And the reason for that is quite simple. General stores improve the happiness. Man, when you go in here,
I could really use a cigarette.
Barbershop. He's got his own cash register, a little bar set up, place set down while you're waiting to get a barber haircut thingy, magazines for you to read while you're waiting, and he's got his own little bed. He sleeps in his store. A lot of people sleep in their stores here. That's just the way it is. This goes to an elevator, and unfortunately, see where the button is? That's another issue with Fallout 4's DLC for the elevators and the walls here. You can't put a door here because, well, you can't get to the elevator. Dumb. Da-dum-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Nuke mixer station here, just in case. But as you walk into the vault, you have the options of course, going to the general store, which is right over there. The little D-Rad. And, of course, a clinic, because you got to fix all those broken bones you just got. Over here, you have the lady that
Anybody need help with anything?
fix it. You're fine. You're doing the face sculpting. And, of course, you can look out and watch as you're getting your face sculpted. Chemistry station for the clinic lady and for the face sculptor lady. And over here is the photo diddy
Glad
bop
I'm in
thing.
here and not out there.
You had to hook all these things up to a terminal in order for them to work. These are part of the quest line. Those devices, oh, there he is. I figured he'd show up eventually. Those devices are all part of the quest line. Each of these things have a thing that you've got to do. And you can rig this to blind people. You can rig it so that it records what you're doing, so that the overseer can monitor them. They're doing the typical Vault Tech stuff. And the ghoul lady that's the head honcho of this place wants you to set this up so that it records everything they do, or
Good to
just
see you,
blinds them,
Overseer.
you know, because well, it's Vault Tech. It's what they do. They like to maim and damage. Lots of extra books laying around for you to read, by the way. And since I'm in, this is going to be a little longer video because the place is huge. You come out this door, and there's the very first. There's the main security for the back entrance. Down there and to the right is a back entrance that will literally take you up to a pharmacy upstairs that you can build in. You can't send settlers there, but you can build in it. All of this area you can build in. Everything that's open here, you can build in it. They just won't go anywhere except for this one.
Happy to be safe in a vault, Overseer.
You're welcome. Thank you. Now, in addition to, of course, I didn't put windows on all of these simply because they look ugly. They're just ugly. It's just ugly windows. Can't help it. Now, for functionality, you go down this little hallway that I've managed to be able to at least build something in. Throw some planters in. Notice everybody's got plenty
Hello,
of
Overseer.
mute fruits because, well, you need them. That's all there is to it. You can, yes, you can plant
I don't
things
think
out
I ever
here,
want to go up top again, Overseer.
which I did, some corn, just because I could. Also, they will attack you from this entrance. That also gets raiders coming in, which is why I have 3 machine gun turrets and a missile launcher. In addition to a security tower, which every now and then, as you see, there's a settler up there guarding and making sure this place is happy and healthy. I'll get to this one in a minute, but I have to show you the first floor first, and then we'll go up to the second floor. As you continue through the first floor, yes, I have that's where it spawns now instead of up there in the middle of nowhere.
Exercise sucks. Great of the overseer to give us breaks like this.
One of the first thing the overseer that gets here, that ghoul lady who's a real nasty woman, notice how well this works? A lot of times you have to, however, throw one of these conduit things in order for things to light up. Otherwise it won't.
Sucks.
Don't know why. Usually it does. It's just, see how I had to glitch it through the wall to get this? For some reason, even though these two types of floors, when you're building a vault, by the way, you have to match the flooring. And if you have the right doorway in them, the electricity just flows through the flooring.
I just keep pedaling.
Yep. As long as you have one of these conduits, it will power that section and allow you to put things up and wire them from this conduit. You can wire things up to it. One of the first things they ask you to do is build this cycle and attach it.
Pedaling. There's a point to it, right?
Yes, there is. Shut up. You have to hook it up to a terminal, and eventually it blows up and almost kills the poor guy that you finally let in to be your first vault dweller. I like him. He's kind of dumb. But that's what that's for. You have to have that there. He does that, blows the place up, and then you got to fix it and assign him to a new task.
Bored.
That's the whole purpose of it, was to try and kill him, basically. Now down here, of course, you have your entertainment section. It's lit up nicely because, well, notice this, Nuka Rush. I love these. I threw these out because, well, I just wanted to have some sort of decorations, and you cannot place them on a table. I don't know how people do it. Here's where if there was somebody, he would stand here and take your money and let you into the bar, because we're all about the money here. All of the tables try to face at least one window somewhere along the line, so that you can at least have something to stare out, even though it is just another wall, because, well, you're in a vault, you know. This guy here,
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
he's the guy we almost killed in the bicycle. Now, yeah, I could throw some more tables down. Again,
Show on the road.
as you get and build more things in here, you run out and you have to do the whole glitch thing I showed you earlier, where you got to dump your weapons, recollect your weapons, dump your weapons, store them in the workshop, recollect your blah, 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 blah. And in order to get a fully built vault that's actually functional and nice, you got to do that a lot. Now here we have a hallway that'll take you to the residential area, but I want to take you up to the second floor first. As you get to the second floor, the first place you have is another general store. Yes, I told you I had 2 general stores. Lots of that. I don't know why they would let you put things on these shelves. That wouldn't have been that much more to do. They let you do it here. You should be able to stock the shelves, but you can't. And then you have the clothing lady, who sells you clothing.
Hey there.
Step right up. All the clothing fit to wear.
One of the good ones.
Not looking to buy right now.
No problem.
One of the good settlements that actually have all of the people sell you things. And I decorated some things, and of course put some mannequins in the window to show you, look, you could have your very own vaults suit, or regular suit and tie, or just some really fancy looking clothes there. This guy's all done it out, I tell you. Excuse me. I tried to put the spotlights on. It would not let me run the spotlights and function. They wouldn't light up. So I had to just put light bulbs. It's the best I could do. And of course, they won't let you put them too close to the wall. If you put them too close to the wall, they won't work. I want you to notice, I managed to get light bulbs all the way up there. And I had to, there's lights everywhere in here. I had to do that because the place is just so darn dark. And getting light bulbs to go just wasn't a thing it wanted you to do. And you wouldn't believe what I had to do in order to get the lights to reach up there, because they wouldn't light up. I had to put conduits up there in order for it to work. But there's your first little place that you can visit, and if you look out the window, you can see there's the hallway going to the food. Notice how dirty that window is. Now you know why I didn't put windows in. Of course, there's the overseer's office. I'll show you that in a minute.
Oh, I'm so bored.
And a very nice little diner. Look at this diner. Tell me this isn't awesome. Even though there's a bar downstairs with Clem, there's a bar upstairs so that you have a nice diner.
Great of the overseer to give us breaks like this, huh?
I wanted a diner that had the soda pop machine in it. And believe it or not, it is functional, even though it doesn't look like it.
Free
It
soda?
is. It's
Gotta
functional.
love the vault.
See? Plenty of places to set, and every now and then they'll congregate here as well as in Clem's bar, which is kind of nice. So though, I mean, you got to look. I got to show you here real quick. If you look at my Vault 88 stats, happiness level of 86, I got almost 40 beds, lots of power, lots of defense, lots of food and water, and 32 people here. I got 32 people. So they do congregate in both places because there's plenty of room for them. As you continue along, we get to here, and again, see, you see what color that is? That's what color the whole vault would be if I didn't have lights every 10 feet. Ridiculous. The lights in this place suck. Got my armorer here. He is fully decked out in his armor wear. Got a couple of dummies that have armor on them. Armor dummies, the armor racks for armors take forever because you got to put each piece on them. It's just a pain in the butt, and I didn't feel like doing it. Eventually I do get them all decorated out. Notice there's no window in this one, so you can actually see. And then, of course, you have the weapons dealer. A little bit of armor there. And he's got some nice weapons here. Again, I haven't fully stocked up the weapons. We got a Ghoulslayer's Death Gauntlet in the display case for you. And he's got his armor bench, and he's got his gun bench. Or this is the armor bench, and that's the gun bench. So everybody can fix up their stuff as they get the urge. Right? And there you go. There's that. Nice thing about it, they have their own bedroom. They're both assigned to a bed. Hopefully they get along well with each other, because they've got to work with each other all day long, and then they got to sleep together. That's why there's a man there and a woman there. I did not give this guy a Vault Guy uniform because, well, he just looks more impressive as an armor dealer. Look like that. You know what I mean? Dressed like this, yeah, it doesn't look like an armor dealer. That guy looks like an armor dealer. And there you have this part of the vault, floor 2.
I just keep pedaling?
Now, I'm going to go back downstairs to the first floor, because I'm not going to go upstairs using the little hallway that's there. And I'll show you why now. Putting these things in, you notice?
Imagine what it was like being locked
See
in
this?
with hundreds of other people.
That, you can't make them connect.
All
They
this
just
pedaling?
won't.
There's a point to it, right?
Yes, quit your complaining.
Ah, guess you're our overseer.
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Why blue? I mean, would a yellow jumpsuit really be that bad?
No, yellow jumpsuit wouldn't be that bad. Whoop, wrong hole. Now we're going to go to the residential area. And the reason why I'm going to the residential area now is because this actually took as much time to build as the first and second floor with all the shops. It's huge. You have bedrooms here, little bedrooms here. Everybody's got a bed. These folks got a nice sofa. Notice they match, by the way, because you got to make them look good. And a little TV stand to sit there and stare at the Hypnotoad, and that's about all you can do with that. But they all got lights. I want you to notice how these lights are not lighting up the freaking... Why? Why not? Why? That's stupid. That's just the way it is. Another little room here. The only place you can actually almost fit one of these in. Why they gave you this bureau when it will not fit anywhere, I don't know. They got a couple of beds. That's all this is. Just a place to sleep. That's just the hallway. I only did that specifically so I'd have a hallway. And I figure, well, since I have a hallway, I might as well put some rooms on there. If you go down this way, takes you back outside where you came in. Right? Now, this used to go elsewhere. It doesn't anymore. Instead, I did this because I wanted more room, and because of the way the ceiling's shaped, okay, you couldn't build it and make everything work and get everything to snap together. It just wouldn't snap. So now we're up to the third floor. Here's a third floor. One of these days I'll put some picnic tables and some stuff and decorations. Again, I didn't, because you got to keep glitching in order to get the unlimited number of things you can build. Lots of beds, little radio that really looks pretty, and that's about all it does. Nice little reading lamp with the matching sofa and chair. Look out, McCready, I'm coming through. Got the nursery filled with cribs and little beds for the kitties in case anybody ever decides to actually start repopulating, because apparently they don't do that a lot in Fallout. You would think somebody would want to repopulate eventually, even if just by accident. There are kids. There are kids in Fallout, so it's not like they genetically cannot. They just don't. So, I don't know what's with these folks. They don't want to. And then we have another one here. This is a nice one here. This one's got a couple of little beds, and they got a nice little... Shut up. Cat bowl. There is a cat float. He runs around in here every now and then. And they got their own little cappuccino machine or whatever that thing is. Plenty of beds in case they have a kid. They can throw a third bed down there. Some pictures on the walls of the kitties and the puppies.
Oh, I'm so bored.
Shut up. God. Then you go in here. Here's the bathroom. Again, I have not finished this bathroom, but I do have one that is finished, and you'll see it in a moment. Simply because you got to glitch so many times in order to be able to build. This was going to be my room, but I changed my mind. I'm going to make this an executive suite eventually. Look at these windows. Look at this. Why? That's why I don't put windows in here. Eventually, it's going to be the executive suite, and you'll see more of what that looks like in a minute.
So,
That people can actually rent out if you want to, because, well, it's a vault. You know, you got to make money. Now, as you go upstairs here to the attic, I guess you could call it, the last and final floor, and you have an overlook down to the second floor, or the third floor, whatever floor that is there now. These are some of the nicer places. They all have tables with lights and beds and little places to sit and relax, and the pretty lighting.
So, I just keep pedaling.
This is the game room. You know, we can go in and play rollerball, play whack-a-mole, and shoot baskets and stuff. And you can get your tokens to play all these games. And I have not gotten around to, of course, populating with all the features, but I will. And I have them done in other settlements. My Nuka World settlement has all that stuff
There's a
functioning.
point to it, right?
And here's the bathroom. Lots of sinks to wash your hands after you take your pee-pee. A little drink of water after you've washed your hands, because you don't want to stick your hand on there after you just pee-peed. Just saying. And a little tub to ew. But it is what it is. That's what you got. I was going to put a wall in here. Again, it would not let me put a wall here. I couldn't build out far enough to do it. It wouldn't let me. Again, it's one of the limitations. Nice big light here that doesn't do anything but look pretty. It literally doesn't do anything but look pretty. It doesn't light anything up. You notice how it's still dark all around here? That's because it doesn't do anything. And another glitch, you notice you can't make the rounded ones meet the rounded ones. They just don't provide them to you. So it looks like that. Yeah, poke your wiener on that as you're walking by. That ought to feel good. Look at this light. Directly above this sofa. The sofa's dark as crap. Not my fault. That's just the way the lighting works in the vault. You'd think they'd have taken more effort. And another executive suite here. So there you have it. That's the final floor of where you can go sleep. There's plenty of beds, and they do make use of all of them. Trust me, they go everywhere.
Walk 100 miles if I knew there was a pile of caps waiting for me at the end.
I bet you would, dear buddy. I think I went this way, didn't I? Yeah, I showed you the little... Yeah, we got that. We got that. And then we go downstairs to the main floor entrance. And there's that. Now, we're going to take the elevator. You don't have to, but I'm going to take the elevator up to the third floor, and there's a reason for that. There's the second floor, and you can get off there and go do your shopping. You go up to the third floor. That's the overseer's office. The overseer's office. I'm saving that for last. You go this way. You come in this little room. Another general store. Yes, I told you I had plenty. There are 3 of them here. That's another thing that's keeping the happiness level so high in this vault, because of the general stores. He's got a beautiful wall to look at, and that's about all I can say about this place. That's where I have all the places to store my power armor, which eventually, I'll fill that up eventually, I'm sure. You come this way, a couple more planters, because they were running out of food. I put some planters in. This is that long hallway that I showed you when we were down where the planters were all kept. So you can also get up here without taking the elevator, because like I said, they won't use the elevator. If I didn't have some way, ramp or steps or something to get them here, they'd never come up here. We got the security guard lady here in front of her security guard desk, playing security for the overseer with her security stuff, with the security stuff and the flashy security things. Shut up. You go in here, here's the overseer's desk, which I can sit down at. You have the overseer's terminal. And that terminal, this is the only place. You have this desk that you can put anywhere, but this is the only one that actually has the terminal on it. That is called the overseer's desk terminal. The overseer's desk. that has all the different results of all the different things that you had to do. The photo thingy where you go in and you blind people. You have the soda machine where you can make it so nasty it makes them addicted and they get drunk and fall over dead or something. And then you have the bicycle that blows up. Yeah, her intent was to kill people. Here's my overseer outfit that came. See, the Legend of Vault 88. Ha 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 ha. Another little population management system. And this is where I live. This is my place. This is my room. See, I got the little thrones there from the Nuka-Cola DLC, so I have a throne to look out. Well, I have my throne room. Shut up. TV that I can sit really close to for when I'm playing, you know, my computer games and stuff. And of course, I'm going to get really thirsty, so I have to have a water fountain. My desk to do stuff that I don't do desk things at. Little bookshelf, pictures on the walls, and a dresser to keep my wonderful outfits in. I wish they had literal coat racks. That would be so awesome that you could hang your coats up on. Don't you think? Just saying. Just my thoughts. I don't know. And there you have it. This is my Vault 88 in all of its wonderful, beautiful glory. It's huge. I had to do the load and unload of my weapons things dozens of times to be able to build this all, simply because that's the way this works. You can't always match the pieces. You notice what I got here? See how they don't match? That's got a nice beautiful wall. This has that crap on it. Yeah. Explain that one to me, Lucy. Don't know. It just is what it is. It's just how it works. I don't know why. It just does. I used to have, by the way, I used to have this going a little farther over so that it literally came out outside.
Oh, shoot. Pretty simple arrangement.
I wanted to be able to go outside from there. But instead, I chose to put this here simply because then they wouldn't have a room. There wouldn't be a bedroom there. Looking from the outside, you can see what a mess this was to build. And everything has to fit. All these little hallways and stuff, they all have to fit together, and they don't like to play well with one another. So when you get to your first, second, third, fourth floor, and you can go 4 high, because it's a huge place, they don't want to work well together. 90% of the water comes from a quest you have that goes down there that turns on the water supply. How it gets here, I don't know. It just magically appears. I wanted to have actual water pumps so that if something went wrong, you could still get water. I have this powering everything. This is what I use to power everything. You notice that? This here? That is how I had to go all the way up there to get to the top so I could put those and rank them up, get them up to the 4th floor so that you could have lights in the ceiling of the place. Because the lights didn't go up that high. Another stupid thing. What can I say? Lots and lots of missile turrets because they love to, the raiders love to come up here. And I just mow them down. You could put all kinds of things in here. You could put crops in here. They just won't come to it. You go down there, that's a whole other area that you can clean out. They love to come in there and raid, and they'll come up. You can just stand here and shoot them as they come up the steps. It's so cool. But that's how high you're able to go. You can't go any higher because it just won't let you build any higher. I had to really, really squeeze because of the way the walls and the caves are shaped. I had to really squeeze to get this in. You see, it's real tight through here. That's why it only goes to here. I wanted to go farther. I wanted to take it and go down this little ramp here because those sloping thingies, the sloping thingies, will go right down that ramp and go on down into there. Nobody will go there though. So, there you have it. This is my Vault 88. I hope you all enjoyed looking at it. I had to put these grow lights in here because, well, the other lights, well, they just look like crap. One of my other builds, I had the I was able to go one more deep here, but I wanted that floor, that ramp, to go up to the next floor. And because of that, I couldn't build out here. But I did have, at one point in one of my other builds, I had, over here I had the clinic, and over here I had just a workshop where you had all the different workshop items. But because of the way the snap-togethers don't snap together, and the way I wanted this one to look and go up 4 floors, I couldn't. Don't ask me why everybody's standing in there drinking coffee. They make no sense. Yeah, they're in there drinking coffee instead of sitting at the bar. Because you know where I'd be. Ah! Ah! Okay. Enough of that. There you have it. That's my Vault 88, such as it is. I hope you enjoyed my build of it. It's different than a lot of people have done. The only thing that I think I found that is similar is this huge vaulted ceiling is the first thing. Almost everybody starts out that way. And then I just went and did my own thing. I do want to send a thanks out to the Wasteland Wanderer. She has a channel that is absolutely amazing, that taught me how to do 90% of the things that I did making my vault. And I gotta admit, she gave me the idea to put the diner here so that people could stand on the food shelves, because like they do. So I gotta say thank you, darling. You are a sweetheart. I don't know what I'd have done without you helping me make this beginning to my vault.
Kill for a drink. Come to think of it, I have.
Yeah, I almost have too, at least a time or two. And but all right, I got distracted. I'm sorry. But there you have it. And I hope you enjoyed it. I had to put these things in, otherwise those lights wouldn't work, and I would not be able to connect this. This wouldn't have worked, and you kind of got to have one of those in here. So many things that you have to glitch to get to work. But once they work well. Everybody's happy. It's a beautiful place. And I got signs everywhere. You know, yeah, these signs all come in the DLC too. You put them all up all over the place. Got the little sign for the atrium, the exit zone, and blah, 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 blah. And a little sign for the barber shop. A little sign showing its residential area, etc., blah, 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 blah. I was going to put doors, which, by the way, these sliding doors that open like they do, you can put them on here, but then you can't get to the button. If you put a door on there, you can't get to that button. So, you're screwed. So I didn't put doors on the elevator. Would have been nice if they had elevator doors. You'd think they'd have thought that one through. Again, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Doesn't matter to me. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of these. This was a really, really long one. But hey, Vault 88 is huge, and it took a while for me to show you everything. And, well, I hope you enjoyed it. And one of these days, like I said, I'll finish decking everything out. I haven't decked everything out yet because of the time to do the build everything and glitching to be able to build stuff, because you just don't have enough unlimited build space like they should have given you. Wow, that was a mouthful. Don't forget, follow me on Facebook if you get the urge. I will be tweeting, of course, this out to let you know when the next one comes out. And the next place I'm going to take you to is probably going to be either Finch Farm or Grey Garden. Most likely Finch Farm. Even though I hate Finch Farm, I hate it. I might go Grey Garden and skip Finch Farm altogether. That was, they're happy. It just looks ugly. I'm gonna go to Grey Garden. That I'm trying to get happier, but they just won't. One of the other places I really want to take you to is Overland Station. I had them up to 72 happiness. I want you to notice what happened. They're at 61. One bed. This is one of the things I was telling you about. That the problem with Fallout 4, it goes and says you have one bed, and I got 39 beds or so in that place. One bed, 51 people. There aren't 51 people there. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So maybe I'll go to Overland Station next, just so I can fix this problem and show you all how I fix it. Alrighty, cool beans. Till the next time, you folks have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty? Alrighty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye.